Hi. Okay, so I am going to show you an exercise that you can do to practice eighth notes. I know they're a little bit tricky, so I thought that I would do this for you while I'm gone. So hopefully this will help you. And I've written it out here. I'm going to lower the camera so you can see it. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the metronome on. So this is what that will sound like. So you hear that? Click, 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 click. That's the metronome. So what we're going to do is, first I am going to show you what it'll sound like. Starting over here, we've got 2 measures of whole notes, 2 measures of half notes, then we've got 2 measures of quarter notes, and finally 2 measures of eighth notes at the end. And I've written the counts underneath so that you can see. And we're going to do it with the click, with the metronome. Each click is representing an eighth note. An eighth note. So each click, 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 is either a number or an and. So for example, if I were to count with the metronome right now, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and click, 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 click. Hear that? So why don't you try counting out loud with me for a few measures. We'll just do the counting out loud, okay? So 1 and 2 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 of course, if you would like to do it a little bit slower, that's fine too. I have it set on 144 beats per minute right now. So you can do it a little bit slower if you want to. You can do it a little bit faster, whatever's the most comfortable for you. So you can also rewind that part and do it again if you want to practice counting out loud again. So now let's try it, counting out loud, and I'm going to be pointing on our thing here to the notes. Okay? So we'll try and count this out loud and follow my finger. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Oh, sorry, I forgot to say, I'm going to be doing a count-off measure. So a count-off measure will just be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we'll start. Okay? So here's the count-off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and... Okay? So now you can rewind that part, look at it as many times as you need to. So now I'm going to play this. I'm just going to pick a note. I'm going to be using middle C if you want to try and do it like me. So here we go. There's the middle C. And we are going to try it playing, okay? So we'll do our count-off measure first. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and... I had a little slip up there, but there is basically the warm-up to help you kind of get a feel for what the eighth notes are like, and you can also do it backwards. So I will show you how to do it backwards, and that means you're just going to start with the eighth note, go to the quarter note, then the half note, and then last the whole note. So we'll try that. Can you write it this way? Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 8. Let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So there's that, and like I said, I'm going to turn this off for now. Like I said, if you want to do it a little bit slower, you certainly can do it a little bit slower. You can do it a little faster if you want. And then after you feel comfortable doing it with the metronome, you can do forward and backward, whatever way you want to do. After you feel comfortable doing it with the metronome, I would recommend that you try and do it without the click in the background. So then you're going to be doing it just counting out loud with your mouth and not using the click. So I will show you what that sounds like. I'll do it one time really quick, and we'll do regular starting with the whole notes, okay? Okay, ready? Your count off measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 Okay, so that's pretty much how that goes. Now, as far as your songs go that you're playing, I know one of your songs obviously don't have as easy of rhythms as that. So what I would recommend you to do is to play the song on just one note, like we were doing with our exercise. So just play the song with one note, maybe just on middle C, or you can pick another note if you really want to, and just play and say out loud the rhythm. So I know, for example, one of the songs you're playing this week goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So see what I'm doing is I'm doing basically the same thing as we were doing with our exercise. I'm just doing it with the rhythm of the song that you're playing. So that can kind of help you get the rhythm in your mind. And I think after a while you'll start to hear what it's supposed to sound like, and you can stop counting out loud at that point. You don't have to count out loud all the time. Most of the time I would recommend to be counting in your head at least, because that will really help you with making sure that you're not going too fast or too slow on your eighth notes. Eighth notes are really tricky, and it's kind of hard to get the hang of it. I know in school a lot of times you count T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 ta, ta. If that's easier for you to do with the eighth notes, then by all means do it that way. But I know that we had talked about doing it with the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you said you didn't really care for the T, T, ta way, so that's the way that we've been doing it. But if you want to do the T, T, ta way, you can definitely do that. Okay, this video is getting really long, so I will go ahead and play for you one time through the first song that you are playing this week in your book. I unfortunately don't have a copy of the book that you're playing from, but I do know the first song from memory, so I'm going to do that one for you. Unfortunately, I can't do Skip to My Lou though. So first I'm going to play the Famous People song, or whatever it's called, and I'm going to do that counting out loud. So I will do that first, and then I'm going to do it one time without counting out loud so you can hear what it sounds like. So I'm going to just do that so you can see. This is what my metronome looks like. It's got a little kickstand thing on the back, and then it just has a thing to turn to make it faster or slower, and then it's got this to turn it on. So That's what mine looks like. There are lots of different kinds of metronomes, but usually they're about $20. So, okay, gonna play the song for you one time through with counting. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 I think there's a rest at the end. It might be a half note, I'm not positive. So now I will play the song one time through without counting out loud so that you can hear what it sounds like. This would be a great exercise if you want to count out loud with me while I play. It can be a good counting exercise for you. And then of course you can rewind it and listen to it as many times as you want, and you can just count in your head. You can just listen to it, kind of see what it sounds like, whatever you want to do. This is just for you. So I will go ahead and play it now without counting. Okay, so there's that. If you have any other questions for me, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do. A really good thing you can do is make up your own rhythms with eighth notes, kind of like the cards that we have in Bang. You can make up your own rhythms using eighth notes, and you can practice with that, like make your own little game of Bang, you know. And I'm going to be making some with eighth notes too, so that we can practice during lessons. But I might not have them done by the time you come for your next lesson. I will try, so hopefully I'll be able to get them done, but I will have a lot of stuff to do when I get back. So that would be an awesome thing to do, and if you do make those, you can bring them to your next lesson, and we can certainly use them, and I can help you out on them. I usually make my Bang cards about 2 or 3 measures long, sometimes 4. So just make up some rhythms using eighth notes, and hopefully that will help too. You can also buy rhythm cards online if you really want to do that, or you can buy them at a music store. But I think that you could just make your own. You don't really need to spend money on that, I don't think. So hopefully this helps. Like I said, if you have any other questions, you can email me. If you're getting stuck on anything, then let me know, and I will do my best to help you. I unfortunately won't be able to call you or do anything like that because I will not have cell service. I may have internet, depending on the hotel Wi-Fi. So, but let me know if you need anything else. I will be back Saturday night, July 4th. So if you need anything after that, I will do my best to get to you. So hopefully this was helpful. See you later.